Hi YouTube, this is Guldis, and this is probably a bit weird because I think this is the first time you hear my voice. The reason for this is because I have a small announcement to make. So the past year I've been actually for the first time ever working with this, with animation and clay as my full-time job. So I'm trying to find a balance between my freelance projects and my personal projects. And I can actually show you the projects I've been busy with. So let's take this one here. This is Cooper the cat from Toon Blast, and this is Bruno the bear.
They use olive oil, but I like to use butter. It gives it a sort
So for the past months, I've put a lot of time into my Patreon account. So over at Patreon, I try to create tutorials where you can learn my techniques and where I can show you or make a walkthrough of how I animate. So I really wanted to tell you this because it's super fun and I learn a lot by showing you how I animate. But it's also a nice way for me to have a more stable income. So if you want to see my tutorials, you can head over to Patreon, where I have a bunch of them already. And this face here is for a future episode where I show you how I animate or morph faces. So as I said, right now I have a bunch of episodes already out on my Patreon. I'm splitting everything up into different seasons. So season 1 is mostly about the basic stuff, about the setup and what software I use and the lighting and more basic stuff like that to get started with stop motion. Season 2, which is happening right now, is the more advanced stuff, or the more advanced stuff I'm animating. So it's more animation heavy in season 2. And season 3 will be more about post-production and how I record sound effects and how I mask and edit in Photoshop. And these episodes are usually between 30 and 60 minutes long, and I take it very slow and I talk for the first time ever and try to make a lengthy and nice tutorial for you to follow. And the tutorials are available for the $10 tier, so you can pledge whatever amount you want to, but if you pledge $10 or more, you get access to the tutorials. But what I want to do now is to show you a small snippet of episode 1 in season 2, which I'm very proud of, so you know a bit what it's all about before you decide if you want to see the rest. Episode 1, season 2, where I animate liquid, and I hope you like. My plan is to slide the glass from right to left into a sudden stop, so it's gonna accelerate and then stop suddenly. And I'm going to animate the liquid inside at the same time. So the acceleration will make the liquid get pushed to the right, and the sudden stop will create some sort of splash to the left. And somewhere around here, I'm gonna make the liquid move a bit. Just a small boiling kind of move, so no movement to the right just yet. I'm gonna keep making the liquid move a little bit before pushing it to the right. So one more frame before morphing the clay or animating the clay. So I'm gonna push down the left side to make more clay come up on the right side. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but I think it will be fine. It's just that I have to clean the glass after animating the clay. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna back it up a bit. Yeah, this works. Let's keep that and do the same thing again. Bigger movement. So I think the height of the liquid is fine now. We don't have to push it down further here. So I'm gonna decelerate or ease out the movement of the liquid, but I'm gonna keep accelerating the glass a bit. I think I'm actually gonna delete this frame because I slowed down a bit too early, because I want the glass to be started. Let's see here. It started here in the middle, so it's gonna end here in the middle as well, so I need a bit more speed, and I think I need this one to be the last frame before the full stop, so I want to come really close to this line here to be in the middle of the glass. So now it's not, but I don't want it to be, so I leave some space. I think I need the clay to move a bit now as well. Just a small change. So because of this sudden stop, we need some kind of counter movement. We're not gonna make the glass tilt. Instead, we're gonna make the liquid splash to the left. So it's really important to, when sudden things happen and you animate liquid, you need the liquid to keep moving. So I think this is okay, but it might be a bit too small of a movement. So I will make sure to make the next movement even bigger to build up this small wave that I planned. So I want the liquid to create some sort of wave here to the left. So I'm gonna make a big movement in the next one instead, because I played it safe here, I guess. It's not as big as I planned, but it might work. I want to create a rounded wave, kind of. So I don't want it to be glued to the side of the glass. Instead, I want this to build up into a more rounded shape, as you can see here, or you can start to see it. And I think that will make it look much nicer, instead of having the clay to be glued to the side of the glass. So we're gonna take this frame, and now we're gonna decelerate or ease out the movement of the liquid and the wave here on the left side. So I'm gonna keep building on it, but it's not gonna be super big movements. but I want the wave to reach out to the middle a bit and come out like this. We're gonna ease out the movement. I'm just gonna push the clay down for maybe one more frame. And then keep building on this blob I'm creating. So I don't want it to get too blobby, but I think this rounded shape makes it more organic and more fun to look at. And I don't know if I'm gonna make it keep going upwards a bit, or if it's good as it is now to go more in an arc to the middle, like straight out. I think it looks okay, but I don't know how to make the next frame of this, because I want this rounded shape like a wave. Ooh. I can take this frame and then just see if I can make the frame afterwards look good. That's not good. So I need to build it up a bit. Because now it just aims for the middle, straight out. But I want to keep building on the arc here. This is close to what I want, but I want the weight to drop down a bit more. And it's hard when you're inside a glass. Ooh. Like this. Ooh, that's good. Wow. Almost looks like a tube, I don't know, like a real wave inside of a glass. So I don't mind, but I don't know if it looks a bit weird, but I like it. I think that's better, but I'm not too happy about it, but I think it will work as long as we keep doing better frames moving forward. Water moves super fast, so you don't want it to be too sticky or move too slow. So I think it's okay to make super big changes while the water is moving. So the next frame is gonna be like the lump is completely gone, kind of, and then a lot of water here on the right side, and we have pushed away a lot of clay on the left side. You see how the wave is charging up, kind of, and goes into this splash with a bit of force, kind of. So that's also one important thing to keep in mind, to make frames like, or movements, hang in the air or hang for a bit. That means the next movement is charging up. The splash is losing power, so this splash won't be as high as the previous splash. So they will keep getting smaller until they stop completely. And you see with the plastilina, the clay I use, it's easy to just move clay by dragging it like this. And that's one of the good things about plastilina, that it's smooth enough to just drag around the clay like this. And I think we're gonna do the same thing here, that we're gonna hold this frame for one more frame, but I will pretend that something is happening. So I'm just gonna boil the clay a bit, make small changes here and there, And there we have it. So this is the first liquid sequence. So thanks for everything and see you soon again. Bye bye.